Hello and welcome to Monday Night Board Gaming with the Dyson Dudes. Thank you all very much for joining us. Tonight we are going to be playing, sorry, let me go to turn out, make sure our sound is good. We do sound good. We are going to be playing Lanterneer 2 of Kingdom Death Monster. You all did, we're going to have to hunt the lion this time, as that is the only quarry that we currently have. You all have been casting your votes on what the settlement and everything else is going to be. We're going to actually announce that when we have our next settlement phase.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that then. We also had some other smaller votes that actually we got some playback on. So we will definitely be going in on those as well. Everybody. Tonight, it is just going to be Paul and myself. Sonia will be sitting out of just this one session because she's feeling a little under the weather. But she will be back next Monday, and the three of us will be tackling this again. Don't feel too bad for her because she has gotten to play a lot of Kingdom Death Monster lately.
But way more than me.
Yeah. This gentleman hasn't. So it will be Paul. So you're going to be running which characters tonight?
I'm going to be running Ezra and because we've already decided those are the two that were leaving.
Yeah, it's actually Urza, but that's
okay. Urza.
Yeah, that's okay. And I will be running Zachary and Lucy, and we'll see if Zachary isn't quite the punching bag he was last time. But we wanted to thank you all very much for joining us. Once again, anything that you guys are talking about in the chat, any questions that you guys answer, any of that stuff, we will be asking for votes and things like that. I did finish the Phoenix model yesterday, and I did post it on our Instagram. So our Instagram on Dyson Dudes, you guys can see the thing up in that corner there of our Instagram, so that way. Right? Yeah, I got it. Okay, I got it. You can check out our Instagram and see some of that, and we will have votes for what characters should have what minis, because we did decide that it's a one and done mini thing. So each character has one mini that they'll have. The starting characters will upgrade them to their upgraded minis, their 10th year survivor minis that I have already finished. But we won't, like if somebody dies and they had a mini attached to them, we don't get to use that mini for the rest of the campaign. Which also means it kind of gives me a reason to just paint all the rest of the pinups, which I do have like 60 or 70 pinups. So we do have quite a bit in order to get through. I think that's going to go ahead and do it for our announcements. D&D Wednesday at 7:30. But I think that's going to do it. This is going to be our regular night for Kingdom Death. We will be playing next Monday at 7:30 again. So this will be a weekly thing, and then Sunday videos will be more for like board game reviews, other board game playthrough stuff like that. But Monday nights from now on is going to be a Kingdom Death night. You're more than welcome to join us into the chat and talk and yuck it up and things like that, and make decisions for us. Help us make decisions. We do have a camera set up, so that way when we do pull like innovation cards and stuff like that, you guys will be able to see which ones we get instead of us just reading them out.
The one time that I'm actually going to use just that scene.
Yeah, it'll be like over here. We'll be putting stuff there for you, so that way you guys can see it. That way you guys can make a choice. We'll talk amongst ourselves for a few minutes. Let some votes come in if anybody votes. And then if not, we'll make the decision. Or you'll make the decision, because I'm not making the decisions until we get past tier 6. So, alrighty.
Thanks whoever commented about Alpha Gaming.
Well, it's not that. You made the choice of of who actually did was the voice.
That's true.
Like you made we're trying to give you the option because I've played the game.
No. I'm just kidding about that.
Yeah. I know you're joshing. But not trying to be an alpha gamer. Apologize if I came off as an alpha gamer, but was just trying to get the campaign set up for us to play. Don't actually tell them anything of what to do. If anything, I kind of hurt us not doing that sometimes, but I'd rather hurt us and let them make their own decisions. So tonight we are hunting the White Lion, and we're going to start tonight, as we're pretty much going to be starting every night of these things with our hunt phase. So tonight, as I said, is going to be the White Lion. The way the hunt phase works, we're going to be choosing one of the survivors. They're going to be moving along the hunt track. We will be revealing cards, rolling either doing what the card says, or rolling on the hunt table, which I'll have in the book next to me. And then we will see if we get to our quarry in one piece. So let's go ahead and start this off. And I think you were the one that said you wanted to start off tonight's hunt. Did you want to start with or did you want to start with Urza?
You know what? Let me start with just so that I'm not a total dick to Sonia and Urza.
So when it's your characters, I'll read the stuff. When it's my characters, you'll read the stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you're going to come here. So first off is going to be the first White Lion Hunt event of the campaign. Hope you guys are ready for that. So let's see. We got Aromatic Breeze. The hungry lion sniffs the survivor's musk on the wind. Move the white lion one space toward the survivors on the hunt board. If it moves in the survivor's space, the white lion ambushes the survivors. And let me move us over to our Kingdom Hunt music. If the white lion ambushes survivors, they skip their first turn. So it would actually get 2 turns to our 1. So good thing we pulled that as the first one. So if you could go to put that with the White Lion Hunt events, it'll be the second one on the bottom.
So just on the top?
Yep, and then you're going to have to roll a random hunt event.
So, D10?
Yeah, so that's the hundreds die, and then roll a black one too.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
And so let's see what we get.
We get
25.
Yes.
So, Titans in the Dark. An ear-splitting bellow marks the passing of a truly titanic beast. All non-deaf survivors suffer monster-level brain event damage. So we all have to mark our brain box, because the only one that had insanity was Zachary, so I'll erase his brain damage point. So you'll have to mark his box as well. Okay. The survivors cower on the ground, lying as flat as possible and hoping they are simply too small to be worth eating. Each survivor rolls a d10.
Okay. White is going to be for Urza, and black will be for
Okay, and white will be for Zachary, green for Lucy. Ooh, I think
I should be rolling over here.
Yep, so that's going to be a 1, so it is going to be, I said white for Zachary, so it is Zachary's a straggler again. Okay, if any survivor has noisy gear, -2 to the roll. We have no noisy gear. We don't have hardly any gear. So, I have to
just
roll
not a
D10.
1.
Yeah, well, yeah, he rolled the low, so he's a straggler. He now has to roll.
Okay.
So let's see. He rolls 3. So, something snatches you in its great maw and chews you for 1 event damage to 1d5 random hit locations.
I'm going to move these out of the box.
So, 2 random hit locations. Let's see. Ooh. So, I'm going to take a wound on my chest. So, my body is marked and my arms are marked. Okay, so once again, Zachary is the punching bag.
We're going to lose Zachary, aren't we?
Zachary's going to die, man. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Oh, yeah.
So now we succeeded, so we all move up to this space. So now it'll be me moving up one of my characters, and I will go ahead. I'm not going to choose Zach because he's going to die. So I'm going to choose Lucy. So Lucy's going to come up, and I will hand you this card if you can go and read that to me.
Okay. Which, let's just go ahead and show, everyone is moving over there. Not that it's too late. All right. Sea of Golden Grass, White Lion Hunt event. Fields of golden grass lay ahead. The event revealer may choose to avoid the plains and roll twice on the hunt event table before moving onto the hunt board. Otherwise, each survivor gains +1 courage, and the event revealer rolls on the table. I like that.
Well, don't tell me what I always do with those is I don't tell them they have to make their choice before we do the rolls. I like that idea. I already know this event, so since I know the event and you don't, do you want to brave the grass, or do you want to go around and take 2 more hunt rolls on the random hunt events?
Is that what moved the lion last time?
Oh, no, that was one of his. Like how Zach just got hurt?
Yeah.
That was a random hunt event.
Okay. So then,
and if we brave it, we all get 1 thing of courage.
I like that 1 thing of courage.
Okay, so then what do I do now? So everybody's going to get a thing of courage?
Yeah, each survivor gains a thing of courage, +1 courage. So, where is...
courage is going to be right there.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a permanent effect.
Yes.
Sweet.
Well, let's see. We don't know how good this is going to be or bad it's going to be.
Right?
Let's see.
Let's see if we all die. This could be the shortest game of Kingdom Death Monster ever. Because of me.
Yeah, I haven't had one go this quick, so let's
Okay. So
I have to roll on the table.
Okay,
So I am the hunt revealer. I have to roll, and I rolled a 9.
A 9. So 8 through 10. You pick up the trail. Choose to move the white lion one space forward or backwards on the event hunt board.
So if I move it forward, it's going to ambush us.
So if we move backwards, then we have to go through
another hunt.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to move it backwards because I don't want to lose, and I don't want it to get 2 turns on us.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we move up. Okay. So next up, and I'm just going to leave that in there. If we roll over it, we roll over it. So next up, who do you want? So already went, so it'd be Urza, right?
Yeah, Urza.
So Urza. So, okay, this is a random event. Go ahead and roll on the hunt table.
Is that 2 of them or just 1?
It's both. It's the D100.
Okay, so the 100.
Yep.
Well, 1 rolled out, and but that's 75.
That is 75. Let's see. 75 is let's see. Stumbling through the darkness, the event revealer crashes into the ground, crushing their lantern beneath them. The living light inside the lantern becomes agitated by the survivor's clumsiness and burns a piece of gear. The event revealer archives 1 gear of their choice from their gear grid. I would suggest it be your cloth, because it's got to be Urza.
Oh, that's right. It's got to be Urza. Yeah.
So that means you're going to go ahead and erase her waist. So that's not good. I'm going to toss that over there, and I'll pick that up at the end of the game. Alrighty, so then we all move up. We do succeed. So now the next person would be Zachary, but that brings us to the lion, so the hunt starts. So I'm going to go ahead and hand you the hunt events. I'm going to hand you the lion events first. There's the lion events. And here are these events.
These go to the same place, right?
Yeah, for now, and then I will reorganize them later. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So now we can remove this from the board for now. We won't need this until we get to the settlement phase. And we put the lion directly in the center. So we can decide which way we want to face the lion, and here is what we have to do with the hunt. So I already have the AI deck created, just because I don't want to sit here creating a deck while people are waiting. But there's his basic action. His toughness is 6. His toughness is 8. His movement is 6. He has no bonuses on anything from any of the hunts, so we don't need to update anything. This is his AI deck. I'm going to shuffle the AI deck so you guys don't think I seeded it or anything like that. So AI deck is shuffled. And then the same thing with the hit location deck. Now remember, in the hit location deck, there is the trap. So traps can happen. And traps are bad. They are never removed from the thing. If you can go do me a favor and cut that. So it's about as shuffled as it can be. And then we're going to put the hit locations over here. Now, if you could do me a big favor and hand me the terrain cards, they'll be the T. They'll be that one, the whole stack. So same thing on this. We do have the Lonely Tree in here as well as a couple of other little things. Let's see what we actually get this time. This one, I won't have you cut this one just because I'm just going to quickly shuffle it up. And let's see. So we automatically have the Tall Grass terrain card. We also have Debris, which I will pull out right now. And we have the Dead Monster. Okay, so you can put those up. So we have these 3 terrains. Let me pull out the Dead Monster and the Debris. So, Dead Monster is there.
So can we harvest the Dead Monster by chance?
I will show you right now. And it looks like I may have left the Debris. That's okay. Because the Debris is a single one. So we'll just use that for the Debris. That makes it nice and noticeable. Okay. So I'm going to stand up here real quick. So we have to set these up. And the way we have to set up, we have to set ourselves at the 6 spaces around him. We get to choose his facing, and we get to choose our location around there. So none of us have any ranged weapons, but Lucy and Zachary both have the shards, which is nice. We're probably going to use both the shards this time. I can tell you that's probably going to happen. So first off, let's go ahead and let's set up the terrain. So I'm going to let you decide, but we have to set it the debris up adjacent to any board edge. Would you like to make life easy and set it up? There you go. And then set up adjacent to the monster. So the dead monster, do you want to set it up here, 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 or here?
This side of it.
This side of it? Okay, so it's right there. Okay, now we have the 2 tall grasses. They have to be 4 spaces away from each tall grass. I recommend we start in these tall grasses. Okay. So we can put them.
I want to be away from, or on his back.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could put one right there. We could put the other one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could put the other one right there. That do we want him facing? So you want to be behind him, right?
Yes.
So we will have him facing this way. We will go ahead and put these here, and I'll explain what the terrains do in just a moment. So you want to be at his back, okay? So you want to be here, right?
Yeah. Should I just go put these away?
Oh, no, we're going to need them.
Okay.
And then I want Zachary back there, too, because Zachary is just kind of meh right now. I will put Lucy up here in this grass in front. Actually, no, that's not going to be very smart, because then if he runs after Lucy, he's going to be too far away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where would you like to set up Urza?
Urza.
It's got to be 6 spaces away. We don't want to be too far away from each other, because if he runs after one person, then we have to chase him.
Over here?
It has to be 6 spaces away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could put her right there.
Okay.
Okay, that look good?
Yeah.
All right.
Though, I was going to say he can go after the debris, and Zachary can go after the debris and the monster.
Well, I was going to have Lucy go after the debris.
Okay, that works.
And then Zachary, Zachary's going to die, so I'd rather just have him out there.
Just have him die.
So in the tall grass, we get +2 evasion when we're in the tall grass, okay? If we're standing in a space occupied by tall grass, we can disappear into it with an action. If we have the priority target token, then we can remove it. That's this token here. We would remove that token. We would no longer have it, okay? You are not a threat until you attack or move out of a space occupied by tall grass, so that's very nice. We'll set that right there. Tall grass is very, very good. The dead monster. If dead monster is drawn during showdown setup, survivors may start the showdown anywhere on the showdown board. Survivors may go first. So we're going to get to go first. Alrighty, and we can set up anywhere we want on the showdown board.
Oh, is this the showdown phase?
Yes, this is the showdown phase.
Okay. Well, I didn't let everyone know. So.
That's okay. So, well, we haven't started it yet, but that's okay. But the dead monster, so we're going to actually get to start the showdown anywhere on the showdown board, and we get to go first because it starts adjacent to it. So it's basically eating that. So it's kind of distracted. So we're going to get to go first. So, yeah, I think actually with that, I want to put him there, and I want to put her here because I want to try to get some attacks in on it.
And what about Lucy here?
Wherever. Oh, that's Urza. Wherever you want to put Urza is up to you. Yeah, it can be. You can start off anywhere on the showdown board. So yeah. Okay, so that's the dead monster. If we decide to scavenge it, we could find something. I won't say what. We have to roll to see. Okay. Then debris. You roll 1d10 to scavenge. You can be knocked down. You can find useful things. We don't have a scavenger kit, so we don't get a bonus, but it is just a d10 roll. All right, and we're going to get to go first, which is very nice. I don't need this now, so we're going to go ahead and put this away for right now. Okay, so there's no set order, so we can decide what order we want to go in. And since we get to choose his facing, we're just going to face him like that because that puts us behind it. So now we would go into the showdown phase. Yeah, that's fine. Lucy, has the axe.
Has the axe. So is the one that's slow.
Yeah, he has the axe.
Or the slow to attack. Okay. So
no, he's not slow to attack. He just has the axe. So we definitely want him swinging hard.
Well, yeah, but I meant he has to get up there first before he
Yes.
But anyway, okay, so I think Urza should go first and attack.
Oh, well, Urza's right here.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry then. Lucy or should go first and attack.
Okay, let's have go first and attack. All right, so do you want to get into his blind spot so that we get a +1 bonus to hit?
I do, but can I move 5?
Yes, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is our speed. And now you are in his blind spot, so you're going to get a +2 bonus to hit.
Okay, all right. And is it just a D10?
It is 2. If you look at the speed of your weapon here,
Okay.
the top number is speed, and the bottom number is what you need to hit, so you'd be hitting on 4s.
Okay. Because it's a 6 to hit, but since I've got the...
You're in his... Oh, I'm sorry, you'd be hitting on 5s. You're in his blind spot, so you'd be hitting on 5s.
Okay. So 2, so I roll 2 of these.
Yep.
And
let's see what happens. 2 1s. That is not good. That is 2 misses. Okay, so go ahead and flip his act token face down so you know he's already acted. So would you like to go ahead and use her to try to
yes.
search that debris? Okay, so go ahead and flip her act token. And the monster controller is starting with Zachary. Sorry about that.
Okay, so just 1 then?
So roll a d10. Let's see what we roll. A 6. So grab the debris and let's see what we get.
The debris is on a 6. Find useful remains. Gain 1 random basic resource. Archive this terrain.
Very nice. Now, I need to shuffle the basic resources, but we're going to go ahead and shuffle this up real quick. I'm going to have you cut this, and then we're going to pull our thing. So we archive this terrain. That means this goes away too. Go ahead and cut that for me, please, and then draw the top card for us. And then you can put it back in its top row.
Okay, the top card, I'll go ahead and show everyone, is going to be a broken lantern. Oh, yeah, I'm bad at that. I'm so sorry, people. So
we got a broken lantern. Okay, I'm going to add that over here to our pile of stuff. Okay, so we got a broken lantern, and you didn't break an arm or anything like that, so that's good. So both your people have acted. I want to go ahead and have him run up. He's going to use the shard for now, because he may as well use the shard for now. He's going to be hitting on a 6. He has 2 dice. So I'm going to use 2 green dice, and let's see what happens. I got 2 hits, so let's see what happens here. The fuzzy groin. I always draw the fuzzy groin. I always draw it, man. I don't know what it is. And then the beast
like that fuzzy groin.
Apparently I do. So I'm going to go for the monster's fuzzy groin first because there's no reaction. There is a reaction on the beast flank. So if I wound it, he will have a reaction.
Okay.
So I am at strength 1 against his toughness of 8, so I need a 7 or better. So a 4 is a miss. So I did not hit the fuzzy groin. We're going to go ahead and discard that one. Now the beast flank. Let's do this. I did not wound that either. So that is... Ooh, I would upset him. I would have become the priority target, which is not good for Zachary because he was last time. Now that is Zachary's action. Remember, we do have dodge and encourage currently.
What does encourage do real quick then?
It allows us to stand up.
Oh,
so if somebody gets knocked down, you can spend your action
right.
to stand up. Okay. We all have 1 survival currently, which is nice. Zachary ended up getting a bunch of survival last time, but spent pretty much all of it. Now it's going to be her act, and her first act on this one, I think we need to go ahead and just get the crit. What do you think?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spend her Founding Stone to go ahead and get our first crit. Let's see. Hopefully it's not the trap. It is not. It is a soft belly, debilitating blow. Gain 1 random white lion resource. That'll be on the bottom. We will need to shuffle that up. And persistent injury. Yes. Organ trail. When the white lion's intestines hang from the wound on its gut, dragging on the floor. At the start of every monster turn, before it draws an AI card, roll 1d10. On a result of 1, the monster suffers 1 wound. I will take that. I will take that. That is an automatic wound, so this top AI card goes into this stack. And then...
Okay.
And then top card is Great Cat Bones.
Yeah.
Very nice. We need those. I just hope we get some cinnamon this time because I love the bow. Okay, so that is all of our acts. So we can go ahead and flip our axe back face up. And it is now the monster turn. Typically the monster would go first, but the dead body allowed us to go first.
Right.
So let's see what he's going to do. He's going to grasp. He's going to pick the closest knockdown survivor in range. There is none. So the closest survivor in range. So the closest survivor is either Zachary or it's And Zachary is going to choose himself to gain an insanity. So this thing is now going to turn around and it is going to attack Zachary. Now I'd like you to roll... I know as the monster controller, we'll just go as the monster controller. So I will roll to hit myself. It is speed 1, accuracy 2+. So let's see. A 6. So that is a hit. Okay. The white lion isolates its prey. Full move the white lion away from all threats. Target suffers grab. So all threats are going to be that direction there. So that's not very good. Grab is place target knockdown in front of the monster. Target suffers 1 damage per monster level. He's going to suffer damage to his chest. So he is knocked down anyway. Or to his body. So he is knocked down anyway. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And we will put him there.
I don't like him being over there.
I don't like him being over there either, and I am knocked down. I don't like laying my models on their side because they are painted. So I bought some knockdown tokens. So that is going to end his turn, and that's going to make this move over. Lucy will be the monster controller next. And it is now our turn.
Yes.
So the only thing Zachary will get to do is stand up.
Unless one of us encourages him, right?
Yes. Who would like to go first?
Should we have...
I mean, yeah, because then all she can do is move, but she can move and stand him up if you like.
Well, yeah, she can move over to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
She won't get there, but she can start to move.
Yeah, and then stand him up.
Yep.
So how does this work? I can't
So
move
you
diagonally.
cannot move diagonal. Your
So
speed is
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And then that's Urza, right?
Yep. That is encourage. So
Encourage.
So you're going to encourage me. That costs you 1 survival, and that will stand up Zachary, which is very nice. Alrighty. So then, now that we have him stood up, I would still rather 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can get adjacent to him and still attack.
I think so.
Okay, so would you like to have go next?
Yes, should go next.
Okay.
So yeah, if you can move him over there.
Yes. So there's only one way you're going to get up to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only way you'll be able to get adjacent to him.
Yeah. And then so it is 2 of these.
Yep.
Again. But now instead of hitting on 5s, it's 7
It's
or
6. Yep, it's
6.
6.
I should have been hitting on 4s then.
Oh, no, it's +1. It's +1 with blind spot.
Oh, okay. So hitting on 6s. Come on, 6s.
That's
2
hits.
2 6s.
2 hits. Let's see.
hits.
Hopefully no trap. No trap. Come on. Ooh, we really need you to wound him on that one. If not, that's going to be really bad. And okay, so the Glorious Mantle is impervious, okay? So the only thing that's going to happen is if you critical wound it, but it won't take a wound, okay?
Okay.
So if you want, you could roll on that one first, because nothing bad happens if you fail. This one, if you fail, he's going to move in a straight line. That's going to take me with him, and he's going to grab me.
Okay, so let me do the other one first.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so nothing happens to the Glorious Mantle. If we had gotten it, we would get the Shimmering White Lion, the Shimmering Mane, and you would gain a Strength token.
Oh, that would have been nice.
That would have been nice. So, your Strength is 3, and his Toughness is 8, so you need a 5 or better.
Okay.
That is
another
one.
one!
That is one. So maybe different dice?
Yeah, that was the dice that just, landed the 2 hits.
So this is a big problem because now Zachary is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Zachary is once again knocked down. Where's my knockdown thing? In front of him. Now, before your turn ends, if you like, you could encourage him, but at this point, I think Zachary's going to die.
Well, I am not going to give that up to chance, though. I'm going to go ahead and encourage him anyway.
Okay, so you're going to encourage Zachary, so Zachary is no longer going to be knocked down. Okay.
I take my survival, and there we go. Now, should we have Zachary go?
I'll go ahead and have it. I'm going to have Zachary act. Now, Zachary's going to try to hit him. He still has his Founding Stone, so I think Zach's going to die, so I'm just going to use the Founding Stone, actually.
That sounds like a good idea.
So he's going to throw his Founding Stone, and hopefully we don't pull the trap. I can get rid of that. Oh, and sorry, we were supposed to roll a d10 for the lion with the soft belly. Let's see. Nope, nothing happened. Okay. So this is a critical wound. The white lion's tail is destroyed, ruining its finely tuned balance. The white lion gains -1 accuracy token.
Nice.
So, bam, -1 accuracy token. Gain 1 white lion or lion tail white lion resource. You'll have to look for it.
Lion tail.
Specifically the lion tail. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll shuffle up after that. Oh,
Lion
there.
tail.
Cool. So we may be able to make a whip after all. Let's see. Okay. And that is another wound gone from him. And now Zachary is going to run away. And Zachary will be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's not going to just attack for... Oh, that's right. He did attack first.
He did attack. He threw his founding stone. And now he's going to stand there to hope to God that he can survive. And now she is going to go. And she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is currently all that Lucy can do because she literally only has a cloth to her name. So I'm going to flip my tokens over. You can unflip your tokens.
Evasion and act.
Okay. So it is now going to be his turn. And you know what? I'm going to have you roll for the lion since you keep rolling ones. Just kill the lion, please.
Okay. Let me use that die that's been rolling
yes. That is an 8. Okay, so nothing happens there. Let's see. For his... He is going to maul. Victim of grab last round. That's going to be Zachary. So...
But... Oh, yeah. He's going to go...
Yeah, he's got 6 speed. He will be able to get to Zachary. You would now be... Urza would now be the monster controller. So go ahead and roll 2 dice. And you're hitting me on 4s because of I am in the grass.
Is it 2 attacks?
Yep. So that is 2 hits, sadly. I don't know if I'm going to survive.
Does the -1 accuracy count?
That is correct. Well, it's a 4. It's a 5. So 1 did miss. So I'm taking 1 hit.
Thank you.
Thank you for remembering the accuracy token. Let's see. I'm taking 1 hit to my head, of course. And that also means that I am knocked down.
Again.
Yep. That was... 3 damage to my head, knocking that through. From the way I understand the rules, I don't have to roll on it. It just removed all of that, so I don't have to make a roll on the table. I am knocked down. I am bashed. I would have been knocked down anyway, and I gain a bleeding token. So Zachary now has a bleeding token. If he gains 4 more, he is dead. So that is going to remove that. Okay.
So now we're all back here again.
Yes, we are all back here again.
He's knocked down, but do we want to spend the survival
at
to get
this
him
point?
up?
I don't want to spend the survival to get him up.
Okay.
I really don't. But I mean, we can. Just so he could maybe hit it. He is standing in there, so maybe. Whatever. Okay, so I'll have Lucy go first. Lucy will stand him up. He's gonna save. Oh, you know what? I could have dodged that attack. I didn't dodge it. Got to remember that we can dodge. Got to remember. It takes a survival, but we can dodge. I should have dodged that attack. But that's okay. Because we ended up spending the survival anyway. His head is in really bad shape. And then she is going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to end her turn. I'll let Urza go.
Okay. Urza.
Or Urgo, your choice.
Well, Urza's going to go ahead and do this thing over here. So 1, 2, 3.
You could go 4 just to get a little closer if you want. Because you can't split up your movement like you can in D&D.
Okay. Yeah.
So go to roll a D10 and let's see what happens. You roll a 3. So let's see what happens on a 3.
Find nothing. Archive this terrain.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's a shame.
Hey, it could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Well, actually, no, it couldn't have.
Well, I mean, there's...
Nope, couldn't have been worse.
Couldn't have been worse. So that was the worst possible thing that could have happened. Alrighty. Do you want to go?
Yeah, should go. He's not going to be able to do anything, but go ahead and move him towards the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Zachary is going to go, and Zachary is going to attack with Tooth and Claw. Tooth and teeth. Or
Tooth and nail.
Yeah, tooth and nail, basically. That is 2 misses from him. So that is everybody's action this time. Let's see what happens. This is not looking good for us. So we have our next AI card. Go ahead and roll a D10 to see if it bleeds with its soft belly. It does not. That was almost, that wanted to be a 1. That wanted to be a 1. Okay. Vicious Claw, random survivor in range. So I'll have you roll. Zachary's 1, 2, 3. Lucy is 4, 5, 6. You're 7, 8, 9, and we'll re-roll 10s.
Okay. You'll remember that because I won't,
Yes.
so I'll just roll it. That's an 8.
So it's going to go after So
hasn't taken any wounds, so that's good.
has not taken any wounds. So movement attack. Speed is 2. So is actually the monster controller. I need to remember we got to move that at the beginning. Go ahead and take 2 dice and roll. You're hitting on 3s.
Or sure it's not 4?
No, it's 3s because of the 2 accuracy minus 1.
Okay.
So that is 2 hits. Go ahead and roll 2 of your hit location dice. That's the D6s.
Okay. That is
1 on your waist, which is nice because you have a waist. It's only 1 damage, so you just remove that. And then it's 1 on your leg, which you don't have anything on your leg. It's the first box, so you don't fall, but you do gain a bleeding token.
So bleeding. Okay.
Alrighty, so that one is Vicious Claw is now gone, and it is back to our turn. You can go and flip your stuff face up. Actually, if you want, you can keep your survival stuff face down when you don't have survival. That'll help you know that you don't have it. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So I'm going to have Lucy go to get into his rear first, because then if he reacts, he could turn around and attack me, and then I would rather have you go with the axe. Or
Makes sense.
We actually should have flipped Urza and Lucy, because Urza has the sword. But I know you're really scared of killing Sonya's character. 2, 3, 4. But it's not, I mean, they're all
you need
our
the
characters.
yeah, the bone
she
blade.
has the bone blade. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. That is
That's
cocked.
cocked.
That is 1 hit. And she has +1 luck with Tooth Claw, so she can crit on a 9. That is 2
Wow.
10s. So that is 2 hits. Let's see what happens. We have the Beast Maul. And nope, didn't matter. So clever ploy. So unfortunately, we now have the trap card and she is doomed. He's going to perform his basic action. So with you being the monster controller, go ahead and roll 2 dice against me. Hitting on 3s. So that is 2 hits. And I will be taking those 2 hits to the chest and the head. So she is definitely getting knocked down.
Does he turn around to do that?
Yes, he does. And then that is it. And I could not have dodged that if I wanted to. And she is knocked down.
Well, we have no more survival really to do anything. Well,
I mean, I could stand her up, but she's already gone for the turn. At this point, I'm thinking maybe we just need to, you know what I mean?
yeah. Okay, so since I'm already there, I might as well do
Yeah.
He's
And
right there
I'm
already.
going to turn you around. Maybe that'll improve your luck. If you could roll, you roll really good for the lion. Let's hope that can go in for yourself.
Right? So this is, since it's in the blind spot, this is
It's +1
5s.
to hit. You need 5s to hit. That is 1 hit.
At least 1 hit. I'm glad, critical fails isn't anything.
And it is the beast ear, so please do not fail. You need a 5 to wound. That is a wound! Okay, so nothing happens there, and that is our first wound, not from a shard. So, hey, fancy that.
I actually did
Would
something.
you like to move? Or do you want to stay in this blind spot?
This blind spot's probably going to move, but you know what? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and stay there now.
Okay, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get in its blind spot. Because why wouldn't he? We'll have Urza act last, simply for the fact that she's far away.
Yes.
So he's going to take his 2 attacks, hitting on 7s. That's 1 hit. Let's see. No trap. It's the fuzzy groin. I swear to God, I get the fuzzy groin every time. Now, if I get a crit, I get a crit on a 9 or a 10. Let's see what happens. That's off the table. That is a crit. Okay. Okay, every time I fight the lion, I neuter it every time. I don't know what it is. So we get the lion's ball sack.
Let me go find that.
It has the Lost Ding Dong, so it gets +1 damage, which I did not want it to get.
Lion testicles?
Yes.
Organ, consumable. A hefty pair of
And
nuts.
I permanently have the priority token. So once again, Zachary is most likely going to die.
Unless he goes hides in the grass.
Even if he hides in the grass at this point, and which he is going to do now. But hey, it means we always know where he's facing now, so there's a bright side to it at least.
Yeah, just have him run.
It is now Urza's turn.
Okay. Let me just finish, shuffling
Yep.
this up real quickly. Okay. All right. So Urza's turn. Urza's just gonna move as far as she can. Dash, I guess. Actually.
You can't dash. We don't have that.
That's right. We don't yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Or do you want to get into here? But that'll put. Well, yeah. I mean, you could get right there, and that puts you in the grass.
Yeah, that'll work. Might as
Okay.
well.
I mean, it's better to be in the grass than not in the grass, I guess. Lucy got knocked down as a reaction to her thing, so she's not going to stand up yet, sadly. Okay, it is now the monster's turn, and I will roll for the monster this time. Let's see what happens. And the monster is not getting a wound. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to remove a wound from the groin. So we should have done 4 wounds. That is our 4th wound. Okay, so it is now the monster's turn, and it is going to Combo Claw. That is not good. So it's going after me, no matter what.
Priority targets.
And the priority, and I am the monster controller with Zachary. I'm not picking these, so I don't get any insanity, sadly. So he's hitting me. It's a 4+ accuracy, but he's hitting me on a 5+ accuracy because of the -1 accuracy token. And that is 2 hits. So those 2 hits to Zachary. Zachary, let's see. Zachary is going to go ahead and dodge the body one and take the leg one. So he has no more survival. I erased his insanity when I shouldn't have. He has no more survival, and he takes his first attack on the legs. He does not have the lost hand, so nothing else happens. It is back to us. We now have no. Actually, hold on a second. Did I get? No. Okay.
This is +1 damage.
Yep. And yes, actually, I got knocked down because I took 2 damage, so I get knocked down.
Well, I guess since we don't have any survival to pick anyone up.
Nope, they're staying down.
Have the 2 of them pick themselves up.
So they are both standing up.
Yeah, that's their.
That is their action this time.
Okay, so Urza's behind. No, yeah.
Could get behind, or Urza can get behind.
Let's have Urza get behind.
Okay, I got you.
Because she's there already.
Okay, so she is going to be hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
With 2 attacks.
2 attacks, hitting on 5s.
That's 2 misses. Okay, it is Urz's action.
Okay, Urz. Well, Urz, you know what? Go ahead and
just come down like there.
You can't get in his blind spot, can you?
No, because we're both in his blind spot.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, might as well just do that. So 2 hits again, but hitting on 6s.
That is correct.
No hits.
Oh, my lord. Okay. I'm going to give you these dice here because you have not hit the monster once.
That's not true.
No, you haven't wounded it once.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Oh, well, you got 1 wound with him.
Yeah.
You're rolling so bad. You're hitting
I
so
know.
much.
No, I'm rolling great when it's the lion.
Yeah, that's true. You are rolling great when it is the lion.
Okay.
So, it is the lion's
I'll try
turn.
these.
It is the lion's turn. Lion does not take a wound, sadly. And the lion is now enraged. So, while it's in play, he gets another +1 damage token. When a survivor suffers any dismembered, severe injury, or is killed, discard enraged. So now we have to pull out one of these and do another one of these. We may have... This may be the shortest Kingdom Death Monster campaign in history.
You're welcome.
We'll see. Alrighty, and Combo Claw. So it is Lucy is the monster controller. So she's hitting. He's hitting Urza on 5s, and that is 1 miss, 1 hit, and that is going to be 3 damage. to Zachary's head. So Zachary...
Did we count the accuracy minus?
Yeah, that's why it was fives. So Zachary now has to roll on the head, and let's see what happens. Where are you at? Oh, that's after you, right? Oops. Where are you at? No, before you. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm on the right page now, and that is a 7. I lose an eye. I suffer -1 permanent accuracy. This injury is permanent and can be recorded twice. To survive with 2 blinds, suffers a -4 permanent accuracy and retires at the end of the next showdown or settlement, and I gain a bleeding token.
Oh, he's got 2 of those.
So he now has 2 bleeding tokens.
I guess this is Zachary's last hunt.
This will be most likely... Well, I mean, we may need to bring someone just for him to die. You know?
Hey,
we might
he's still
just
breeding
need somebody. It only dealt damage more than once, so we don't draw another AI card. It is now our turn. I want...
Well, first the monster control moves, doesn't it?
Yeah, at the beginning of the monster's turn. It already moved the loose.
Okay, my bad.
Do you want to have Urza go and then run out of the blind spot? So...
Yes.
Yes,
that's exactly what
Or actually, here, let me have Lucy go.
Yeah,
and
Lucy.
then you can move over, and then he can move in. How about that? Yeah. Okay, so that'll be 3 blind spot shots. So.
Unless he moves, but yeah.
Lucy hitting on 7s. Yep.
1.
Let's see. No trap? No trap. So if I wound, he's going to take a basic action against her. I did not wound. So then she is going to go 1 and 2. Alrighty. Actually, no. She's going to go 1, 2, 3... Yes, because Zachary's going to make a run for the grass.
Yeah, should we have Urza go first, though?
Yeah. Have her, you can have her, Urza should move over 1 space.
Yeah.
And then attack.
I'm going to use these die.
Let's see how they go. Let's see if they like you.
They do not.
They do not, because you needed 5s to hit.
They
so
do
that
not.
is 2 misses again. So we'll go back to your dice. Let's see.
So yeah, I'm gonna move in. I'll turn that off.
Yeah, we need the two people who have weapons.
So is gonna go in and try and thwack at him.
That is 1 hit.
At least 1 hit.
And that is the strange hand. Go ahead and roll to crit. You need a 5 to wound.
Okay, so
that is a wound. Very nice. So that's 1 step closer to a dead white lion. And then Zachary will go ahead. He may as well just attack. He's hitting on 9s, and he's going to make a run for the...
Sounds good, yeah. Make him run now.
That is... No, he's going to run for the
grass.
For the grass.
Wow, he actually made a hit.
Nope. Clever boy. So I am still a monster controller. So it is speed 2, accuracy hitting on 3 pluses, 2 hits, and I think this is going to kill Zachary.
Are you sure it's 2 hits?
Yep.
Oh, no, it's 2.
Yep, it's 2 hits. That is arms. So that is destroying that, and he's going to have to take a roll. Waist, he's going to have to take a roll on his waist as well. So this is not looking good for Zachary. I actually have the table right here instead. So for his arms, a 9. Dislocated shoulder, he gains 1 bleeding token. He cannot block. That's not really going to matter much. And then the last one is is waist, sorry. That is a 4. Intestinal prolapse. Your gut is gravely injured and you can no longer equip any gear on your waist. It is too painful to wear. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleeding token. I don't know if it's going to matter because I think he's about to die.
Yeah, I think, didn't you say 4 is dead?
5 is dead.
Oh, 5 is dead. Okay, yep. So he's got 4.
Okay.
He's gotten mauled to
and
crap.
He is knocked down.
Oh, so he can't even run.
So he cannot run away. I should not have attacked, apparently. This trap card is coming up a lot. It's coming up a lot. Okay, so it is the monster's turn. You are now the controller, so you're going to roll me a d10, please.
Okay. A 2.
No, we needed a 1. Yep, we needed a 1. I hope that comes up once. That'd be nice. But it looks like we're going to be heading back with one less person, which is unfortunate. But that is what it is. Okay. So now it is its turn, and it is going to maul. So it is going to attack him because he's the closest knockdown survivor, and he's priority target. So go ahead and roll me 2 dice, hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Alrighty. So one thing, doing 5 damage to his legs. So that is going to be a roll on the leg table, and I think this is going to kill him.
As long as he doesn't get a bleeding token.
9. Gain 2 bleeding tokens, he dies. So that means he is no longer enraged.
Goodbye, Zach.
So it is now discarded. So Zachary is dead. So hey, that means we will have a death thing for Zachary. Zachary, you didn't do anything except for throw your stone, and you took a beating last time. I think it's better that you finally died after getting an intestinal prolapse and your eye knocked out and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, and at least now it's only doing 2 damage, which is slightly better. Okay, so it is now our turn. I'd say both of you go because you're both in this blind spot.
I'll start first with
Okay.
And let's see what he does. Oh, does this? No, that moved to me now.
Yep.
Okay, so
That is 1 hit.
1 hit.
That is the Beast Temple. If you fail, it is going to attack you. Go ahead.
So don't fail.
Do not fail. That is a success. It is not a critical success, so this AI card is now gone. And do you want to move him out of there into the grass or no?
Yes, I will move him into the grass.
Okay, so would you like to move 1, 2 over?
Yeah, 1, 2 over.
Okay, so I'm going to move you.
Did we discard a?
Yeah, yes, I did.
You
Yep.
did. Okay.
And now is Urza's turn.
Urza's turn, yes. So Urza will go. She swings with 2 as well, hitting on 5. That's
Wow. Okay, so do you want to move her into the grass as well?
Yeah, let's just move her, right next to him. And yeah, unless that matters distance-wise.
4.
She gets 5. She can still.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she is going to attack it twice because we really need to attack.
Why don't you put it in a blind spot?
That's true. I'll put her in the blind spot. That's true.
I mean,
that makes sense.
We can always move her next turn.
7s. 1 hit. No trap. Okay, so this is first strike. I have to attack this one. Plus 5 toughness to wound this location. So I'm probably not going to wound unless I get a crit. That is not a crit. So the white lion leaps into the air. Place the monster so the attacker is in the purple space. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. So this sucks because... place the monster. Yeah, place the monster so the attacker's in the purple space. So that would be... Oh, no, that's the wrong card. That's the wrong card. I'm sorry. That is the gigantic lion.
Oh.
That got mixed in somehow. Sorry about that. I will have to pull a different card. Here, just going to give that one to me. I will have to put that one away. Sorry about that, folks. That is for the Giga Lion, and we are not fighting the Giga Lion today. So it will be the Beast Ribs, which I would have wounded.
Oh, okay.
But that also means if the attacker has 3 plus understanding, I would gain a survival. I don't, but that also means that it did, in fact, wound the beast. Because I wasn't trying to wound a 13 toughness portion of it.
Right, because,
So he has 3 wounds left. And it is, he is still facing this way, though that's probably not going to matter much. And now we will see his turn. Is the monster controller.
Okay, is the monster controller. And we flip these back over. We do the monster first. And we see what happens.
Yeah, going to roll your d10.
Come on, 1.
That is a 10. So no. And it is once again enraged.
Ah.
And Maul. So closest knockdown survivor in range, no target. He has no target because he didn't grab anyone, and the closest knockdown survivor in range. So he is going to sniff. When he sniffs, the white lion sniffs the air and ends its turn. Until the end of the next round, all survivors are now threats, despite any effects that say otherwise. So that's our literal first bit of luck this game.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and have you go first, my man.
I think Ur's going to go first and move in and attack.
Okay.
I think that's the smartest thing to do right now.
I think you're right. That is 1 hit.
At least 1.
Beast Paw. Go ahead and roll to wound. That is a wound.
Woo.
You did not fail, so that means this one is gone. It now has a single wound left. I say we let, if you agree, let Lucy attack and then run out of the...
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, have her attack and then run out of the thing. The good news is you lost cloth. We still have an extra cloth here. We do have his skull helm. Yeah. So that is 1 hit because it's 8's the hit. So that is 1 hit. So let's see. Oh, come on, please. No. And that is not a wound. So the beast back. It is going to move straight forward. And it's going to go all the way to the end. Okay, so we had a bit of luck and it is now gone. I'm going to have her move now. Go 1, 2.
Okay.
She is right in there. What would you like Urza to do?
Urza can't possibly get up there and attack, can she?
No way she'd be able to make it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. She'd have to move over 1. And
Yep.
So...
Let it come back?
Let it come back? Should she just go ahead and hide in there? Oh, but no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because we're all threats now,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Then she's going to move up next to...
she may as well stay in there.
Okay, yeah, she'll just stay.
Just so you get the evasion. Okay, so let's see if can survive this because it is now going to move. Is going to be its target because he's the closest in field of view. So it's going to go right there, and it is going to attack and now Lucy will be the one.
Well, good thing is in pretty good condition.
That is only a single hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your roll that.
Hit die.
So chest. So bad news is it is going to go here because it's 3 damage.
No, it's on
Oh, So thankfully with it's going to go through that and mark both your boxes. So will be knocked down, but you won't have to roll on the table.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark that.
And sorry, the beast did not take a wound, so it did not die.
Okay. Well, that would have negated all of that, wouldn't it?
Yep, it would have negated that.
Okay.
You could get into its blind spot with Urza.
Urza has the sword, and yes, Urza's going to do that. Urza's our best chance to finish this fight.
Yes. Please finish this fight.
So
hitting on 5s.
2 hitting on 5s.
That is 2 hits. Straining neck and beast knee. So you have a choice here. Neither one of these are bad. Both of these are good. So that actually does not matter which one you choose.
Okay.
Because this one, it would kill it. It's going to die anyway. But, this one here only gives it a minus token. It's not going to give us any resources or anything. And this one here, if you crush its windpipe, which Sonya has done, it would die on its next turn.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that one first.
That one?
Windpipe, yeah.
Okay. That is not a wound.
Okay.
And that is a wound. So the white lion is no more. Woo! So that whole time I didn't have. So sorry, the battle music should have sounded like this.
Silence.
Yep. Battle music should have sounded a little bit different. Okay. So we are done with that phase. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get our rewards. I'm going to move this stuff off the table real quick. The good news is for this stuff is I can always set this up afterwards. Since we only do one Lanterneer, I don't have to worry about that too much. I typically play 2 to 3 Lanterneers in a sit down, but not this time. Okay, so
yeah, I think we're going to do pretty much just one a stream.
yes, we're going to
one every Monday.
We're each going to get 1 Hunt XP, which is going to age both Lucy and Urza.
Okay, that's his first one.
Mm-hmm. So we need to look at age real quick, and I will tell you what happens. I can already tell you what happens, but we're going to do this right. Okay, so we're going to gain the Hunt XP for that one. So our first one, we now select a weapon type for weapon proficiency. Okay, so Urza could use a sword. I think we have a bone. We haven't pulled anything. Actually, we do this in order, I believe. So you get the Hunt XP first. But I don't have to choose my weapon yet. So won't choose a weapon yet. If you want Urza to use a sword, you can. But I do want to have... we are going to be rolling on this table.
I think Urza should use the sword.
Okay, so you'd write down sword and the type. So now whenever you successfully wound with a sword, you're going to get a weapon proficiency. And then whenever you, for each one of those black boxes you get to, you unlock a new ability. Yeah. The weapon proficiencies are amazing.
Unless Sonia happens to be watching and wants to put something else there.
She can change it, yeah. Until she gets her first one, after that you can still change it, but sometimes it's not good. So I'm going to roll for Lucy real quick, and Lucy rolls a 17, so she's going to gain a +1 permanent accuracy. Go ahead and roll 2d10 for you, please, for Urza. You gain, that's a 16. You gain a +1 permanent accuracy.
For Urza?
Yep. So we
accuracy.
both have higher accuracy.
Nice.
Hallelujah. I will take that. Okay. So we're now also, if you don't, we already shuffled them, so if you could hand me the black resource deck.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to get 4 off of this one. We got hide, which is great. We got another broken lantern, which isn't so great. We got another hide, and we got monster bone. Very nice.
Nice.
And then the bottom ones, we're going to get 4 of these as well. And we're going to get the lion claw. We're going to get great cat bones. We're going to get great cat bones, and we're going to get the golden whiskers. So no sinew, sadly. So no bow this time. But that's okay. All right, so that's going to end that. We do have quite a bit that we have to do, though. So we have these, and we will add these to these. So we got quite a bit of resources this time, which is very, very nice. And now we will be moving on to the settlement phase. So if you want to set us up on the settlement phase, I will go ahead and pull this out.
Oh, settlement phase. There.
All right. And I will keep this handy because we're going to need it. Okay. So our first hunt is the lion at level 1. Okay. So now we Urza got the killing blow, so we're going to use her. That's what I always do, is whoever gets the killing blow does that. So survivors return. So we are now going to erase all damage on our survivors.
Including Zachary?
No, Zachary is no more. Zachary is dead. And something is going to happen when that happens too, so we will talk about that here in just a minute. Okay, so a lot of stuff is going to be happening in this settlement phase. Okay, so we are now going to gain endeavors. We only had 3 people survive, so sadly, we only have 3 endeavors. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Then we're going to go to update the timeline. So when we update the timeline, we are going to update all of this here. And when we do that, which means we are now finishing that, we are now on Lanterneer 2. And then we will update the death count. So we update the death count.
To
And our death count is 1. Oh, so something happens with our death count. So we're going to come over here to death. Oh no, that's a principal. Sorry, I always do that. Principal death. So the group must decide what to do with their first survivor's corpse. Are we going to harvest their body, or are we going to dig a grave? So I'm going to go ahead and pull those cards out real quick, and I'm going to give you guys the option.
I'm going to vote for harvest the body, but I definitely think that we should see if anyone wants to comment on the chat.
You should see what we get for that too. Okay, so right now, if we cannibalize the body, we're going to roll a d10, either one of them. Okay. If we cannibalize, we get a survival limit of +1, which isn't bad. Whenever a survivor dies, we have to draw 1 basic resource and add it to the settlement storage. Do not gain a resource if the survivor is lost, ceases to exist, or is exiled. Graves, all new survivors gain +1 understanding. That's anybody we name. And then when a survivor dies during the hunt or showdown, gain +2 endeavors. When a survivor dies during the settlement phase, gain +1 endeavor. So if there's anyone watching in the chat, we will take your vote into account if you guys think we should
maybe
have.
Graves is a better one. I mean, understanding is... I don't know. Has understanding helped anything?
It can.
Here, let me go ahead.
If we had 3 understanding, then
Oh, there we go. There we go.
and we had 3 understanding, we would have gotten an additional survival for that one. If we had 3 understanding in one of the other ones, we would have gotten an additional courage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so understanding can be very important, and every person we make will then have +1 understanding from then on out.
Yeah. Well, we haven't gotten anyone in the chat saying anything, so...
Well, I will defer to you on this one.
I wanted to say cannibalize just because I was going to be like, let's go evil with this, but...
The way you got to look at it is 1 additional resource better than everybody getting an additional understanding.
Depends on how we're going to play it, but I think we're playing it with the Graves. The understanding is better.
Okay, so you're going to go Graves?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you are choosing Graves. Go ahead and roll me. The settlement decides to build a small monument to mark their loss. The settlement gains the death principle Graves. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it. So it's going to, Graves would go right here. It is a principle. Okay, so cannibalize would then go back into here, and we never have to worry about cannibalize for this campaign. You can always try it for next campaign, right? Now roll a d10.
A d10.
That is a 10. Nominate a survivor.
Who should we nominate?
I'm going to let you choose the nomination. Who do you think we should nominate?
Lucy was the one who killed that one. Or that killing blow, so...
Well, Urza was the killing blow.
Oh, yeah, Urza. Oh, if it was Urza, then. It kind of feels like the victor of the fight should be the one that...
Okay. With tears in her eyes, the survivor takes a shard of rock from the grave and marks themselves with it. They cherish this mark forever. The survivor gains +1 permanent luck.
Oh. Okay, so Urza gets +1 luck. Luck, there we go.
That's basically bonus to crit. So now you crits on 9s and 10s forever.
Ooh.
Yeah, you have a 20% crit chance now instead of a 10% crit chance.
That's pretty good.
So now we would go over here and we would check milestones. Oh, well, actually, we would have done that right now. Check milestones and story events, which we just hit the milestone. We did hit the milestone, story events. And now we would actually draw our first settlement card that is not the first settlement. So these have already been, here, to prove it, I will go ahead and I will do this. And right now, it's looking like we can go ahead and add the Gorm to year 3 because that has been all the votes. All the votes have been Gorm. Yes. All the votes have been adding Gorm. I think I poisoned the well on that one though, with my picture with my painting of the Gorm. People want to see the danger puppy.
The danger puppy.
Alrighty, so Silk Storm. Alrighty, so this one's going to be different. The settlement wakes to find everything and everyone inexplicably covered in a blanket of thick silk. Lingering effects. Gain +2 endeavors this settlement phase that can only be spent on Spidocles innovations. The settlement is completely covered in the sticky stuff. Survivors cannot depart this year unless they have at least one empty space in their gear grids. That's not going to be an issue. That is not going to be an issue.
Right.
So we could do these following endeavors. Requires the legless ball, so we can't do this one. So I'm only going to focus on the ones that we can do. We can try to gain the silk diet. We would spend an endeavor. We roll a d10. On a 1 to 3, we go into a food coma. Gain 5 survival, but we have to skip the next hunt. 4 to 7, we found a bug. Gain 1 random vermin resource. Or 8+, you manage to eat your way out of the silk and may fill your gear grid normally if you depart this year. So I'm thinking none of these are going to be super important this time.
No, but we might as well do them anyway. We've got some survivors that we can do that for.
I mean, we can, but there's the only beneficial one is the +5 survival, really. The random vermin could be good too. And then this one requires the silk refining, which we don't have. We can build a silk net, but we don't have silk refining. So,
well, it's like with these two, we have to spend on just those anyway.
Yeah, so we can have 2 survivors roll on that and see what happens. We can always do that. Okay.
That sounds good.
But now something else happens, and I need to write down Silk Storm. Now, something else happens. Endless Screams. You ready for that?
Uh-oh, yes.
Alrighty. Endless Screams. A scream pierces the silence around the settlement. As the noise fades, a chorus of horror rises up in answer. The settlement erupts from the chaos, trying to comprehend the source of the terrible wail. You may now hunt the screaming antelope. So I can go to mark the screaming antelope. Bam. And then we're going to add, I'll add that later on. Add it to the quarry list and on the settlement record sheet. Nominate a single survivor to stand amidst the madness. So we've chosen Urza. We've gotten something. And we haven't chose Lucy or Zachary. And we chose Alistair. So do we want to choose Lucy for this?
Yes.
Or do we want to choose a new survivor and name them?
We could do... That may be a good idea because we're going to have to replace... Well, no, we do have 5 or 4 already. Yeah. But we should have a backup.
Well, we and that comes down to naming people. We should let people vote on the names. We should probably do that. So maybe we will take just the 4 people that we have, unless something else happens.
And then if you guys want to all comment.
Yeah, help us out with some names. Yeah. Help us out with some names. For the next names. So Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy.
Okay, so everybody's been nominated for something. Where did my pencil? There it is. So, Lucy gains +1 courage. She's at 2 courage now.
Ooh.
And she becomes the voice of reason. So, I'm going to put that under her right here. Voice of...
Lucy!
Reason. And she is going to roll a d10. She rolls a 6. The survivor realizes the noise is most likely from another strange creature that lives out in the darkness. After some effort, they manage to calm the settlement. Survivor gains +1 understanding. That is her first point of understanding. And she gains, all returning survivors gain +1 insanity.
So we all get 1 insanity.
Yep. I will take that, actually. That's not bad. 1 insanity is not bad. It's when you get up to like 3, 4, and 5 that is really, really bad. And the monster controller didn't matter for most of that fight because I knocked the thing's nuts off again. Every time. Too bad. I could have gotten the Orator of Death fighting style if I had rolled well enough. But that's okay. So the Endless Screams are now done. So these have to be there. So we'll put those there. We'll put these down here. So now we come over here to develop. So once again, we can go ahead and spend our... where are you at? There you are. We can go ahead and spend... our stuff. We have the Lantern Horde. I was hoping that would work. All right, that does work. The Bonesmith, the Skinnery, the organ grinder, and now the Catarium. Now, we don't get this part of the Catarium on the bottom because that's the Giga Catarium. We only get that part of the Catarium.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot of cat stuff.
We do, and we have 3 endeavors
We didn't
to
get an
spend.
eye, though.
We did not get the eye this time, and we didn't get Sinew this time. We actually got a ton of great cat bones, I think. Yeah, we got 3 great cat bones. We got 2 broken lanterns, which are scrap that we can't really use yet. We got golden whiskers, which is an organ, which is nice because we only got 2 organs. And then we got another bone, 2 other bones, and then we got 2 hide and a 3rd hide. So we should definitely be using our hide to make armor. We're definitely going to need armor. So my question
you wanted
is...
the whip. You mentioned something about a whip.
That would be here on the Catarium. It is the... Nope. It's
on the Giga? No?
No, that's the hook knife. So the whip, I'm thinking of something else then. No, the whip is the rawhide whip. That requires ammonia.
Oh, okay. We don't have ammonia.
We do not have ammonia yet. So we definitely want to innovate at least once, correct?
Yes.
So we have, let's go ahead and focus on our endeavors first, agreed?
Yes.
So, because then we can build our gear afterwards. Not seeing any comments on gear or anything else. So we can go ahead and spend our stuff as we wish. Okay, so the big thing is we want to spend 1 on innovate, right?
Yes.
And then would you like to go to the organ grinder and try to have kids? We did just have Zachary die.
Yeah. That's bound to bring up some intimacy.
Well, here's hoping, right? So our current population is 11. Our current population is 11. So, oofos. That kind of hurts. So we'd have to spend an organ, a hide, and a bone. Bone's pretty easy. I just say we use the monster bone.
Okay.
Hide, we can just use a monster hide. The organs, I mean, we
Whisker.
don't. The golden whiskers, I mean, because the golden whiskers do we need them for anything? For the whisker harp, which we could make, it can destroy its mood, like how it enraged. We can use that to get rid of its moods, which is nice. That's not bad. But we could just use that one. The testicles can make the frenzy drink if we decide to use it on that. What do you think?
Well, I think that we should focus on just doing weapons right now.
Okay.
Weapons and armor, so...
So the whiskers?
Yeah, the whiskers.
Okay. So those 3 are gone. If you could put them in their respective piles, please. And we are going to innovate. So we have Symposium.
Oh, that's right, because we can now...
So we have Symposium. So our innovations are down here. Sorry if this is a little cluttered, but it's just the way that it's going to have to be because this is a fairly large game.
So we get to pull 4 of them.
So we're going to get to do 4 of these. So the 4 that we're going to do, we're going to have Inner Lantern.
Oh, let me go ahead.
We're going to have Nightmare Training, which not sure we're going to do that one. We're going to have Drums. Or ammonia. Okay.
Well, since we need ammonia for the whip.
We do need ammonia for the whip, but let's look at these real quick. So ammonia gives us when we depart +1 survival, which is great. Anybody leaving gets +1 survival.
Oh, that's
very nice. And opens up ammonia. Nightmare Training is we get to train. We lose 3 survival and we roll a d10.
We have no survival.
Yeah, so that one's kind of pointless. But drums, bone beat, select one. You drum alone, gain +2 insanity. Rhythmic trance, gain +2 survival. Or gain rhythm chaser, fighting art, or synchronized strike, secret fighting art.
And that opens up the drums ability. What does the drums do, by the way?
Well, that's what it does. Yeah. So we can gain fighting styles, we can gain survival or insanity. But it takes an endeavor to do it. We have Inner Lantern, which gives us Surge. Surge is basically a bonus action to get an additional attack.
Like, that's nice. Like, I do like...
I really liked that, but, I mean, look, these 3 I think are amazing. Nightmare Training is good for later on when we have more survival to spend. We don't really have any survival to spend.
Inner Lantern could have been extremely useful, though.
Right there.
Yeah. Well, because those two attacks, oh man, like as much as I like ammonia, Inner Lantern, that seems like the best option.
Just remember, this one also gives us the +1 to the survival when we depart.
Yeah, you like both of those nice. I think drums is going to be, not like...
So not drums. So it's down between Inner Lantern and it's down to ammonia.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we got something in the chat.
Yep.
Okay, that's not,
So
that's shouting at me.
person, do you think Inner Lantern or ammonia?
Yes, which one do you think
Which one do you think we should do?
Should we be able to attack twice? Because that's just use your bonus as attack, right?
Yeah, just remember, we have no survival right now.
Okay, so you have to use the survival.
You have to use the survival to do it.
And the other one is we get the extra survival, which allows that bonus stuff.
And we can get the bone pickaxe and the bone sickle. And the rawhide whip.
Yeah, man, that is particularly...
Those can really help because that can give us we literally add the collections to the events where we want to put them, and then we have a chance to gain more resources. But right now, I think it's early to make those, especially when we have 2 weapons in the entire settlement. What do you think?
Like, I really think Inner Lantern.
Okay.
Like, even if we don't have the extra survival to do it, I think the fact that this came up, we should take it.
Okay. So Inner Lantern it is. So we will now have the surge action with our survival limit of 3, but our 0 survival currently. All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and put these with this. I will be adding the Inner Lantern cards to that in just a moment. Let me go ahead and pull those.
Was this just a different stack entirely?
Yeah, that's its own stack. That's in its own thing.
Okay.
I'm going to try to pull this out.
These are archived, so that means that we just take them out or we put them back in the stack.
Okay, Inner Lantern. Yeah, the terrain cards you can just put there. Shrine.
We'll put them
And... And no. Okay. So those are currently added to that deck as well. And then if you could put these face up in the very far one.
Which deck?
That deck right there.
Okay. The very far.
Okay. So there's that. All right. So that is one of our innovations gone. So that is one innovation that has been used for innovation. Or one of our endeavors for innovation. So, we could technically innovate again, but that is starting to cut deep into our resources.
Yeah, I think we should, our resources, we already innovated once, which was good, and we got something, as well. We should make more babies.
Okay, so we want to try to do 2 of the...
well, does that take resources too?
No, this doesn't take resources, but we can lose a resource depending on how we roll.
Okay.
We have broken lanterns that we can lose right now. It's not a big deal if we have to lose those, because we can't use them yet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so first one. All right, so we're going to nominate somebody for augury. So we don't want to nominate any of our current people because they're going to be departing on the next hunt. So we're going to actually have to name somebody ourselves. So what do you think this name should be?
Well, we should name a female. Felice McFemale.
No, bad Paul. Bad Paul.
Okay. Well, let's see here. What should we name her? Jocelyn. How's that?
Jocelyn? All
Yes.
right.
First name that came to the head.
Jocelyn, and we need to name a man.
Joe.
Joe? Okay, Joe it is. So Joe and Jocelyn. So looks like Joe and Jocelyn are going to try to make some babies.
Joe and Joe.
And we lost a man, so if we get men, it's okay. All right, so you're going to do our first one. Go ahead and roll our first augury. Go and roll a d10. We are hoping you get an 8 or better. No. So you did Jocelyn. So Jocelyn is going to get a +1 survival, which we will add here. We'll make her character sheet in just a minute.
Okay.
So Jocelyn gets +1 survival. And don't forget, she also has +1 understanding. And then we will lose our last one. I will nominate Joe. And we have a...
No.
we do have an intimacy event. So the intimacy event, it goes as follows. Okay. So we nominate one consenting male and one consenting female. So Jocelyn's consenting and Joe is consenting. And we're going to roll on the intimacy table below.
Should I roll or should you roll?
Do you want? I'll let you choose. Do you want me to roll or do you want to roll?
I'll roll.
Okay.
Even though...
So, the first time your settlement gives birth to a new survivor, let's see.
What happens?
A 10. So, we do not have a hovel, sadly. So, we do not have a savior, but we do have twins born.
Oh, well, that's
the
not so
settlement
bad.
celebrates a twice fortunate event. A pair of healthy newborn survivors enters the world. The settlement gains +2 population. How about one male, one female?
Sounds good. We have more people. Just mark it
So
down.
one male and one female. Now, those two cannot go on the adventure today. They can go next year, though. They do grow very, very quickly. All right, so now we have the
1-year-olds out?
principle, the new life principle. So we have to go to principles now. Okay, so we have to decide as a group, are we going to raise our children without mercy or are we going to raise them with affection? Now, there is a...
Feel free to comment which one you think we should have.
There is a huge difference to these as to what? If we protect the young, we gain all of our, or when we're rolling on the intimacy story event, we roll twice and keep one result. So it's easier to have kids. If we go with survival of the fittest, all of our intimacy events, we roll twice and take the lowest roll, which is more a chance of people dying. But all current and newborn survivors gain +1 strength and +1 evasion. Once per lifetime, a survivor may reroll a single roll result. They must keep the new result.
I've seen this one before.
You saw how bad, we had 7 people left. Because every time we rolled an intimacy, we had 1 or 2 of them die every time.
But I think he just rolled bad.
I mean, you're rolling 2d10s, taking the lower.
That's true. That is.
But I mean, the upside is the +1 strength, +1 evasion. That's really nice. That's really good.
That is.
And the
huge.
once per lifetime reroll of a die, that's huge too. That's really big. The other one is, hey, you roll twice on it, you can just have more people. There is benefit to having a huge settlement, a lot of people. There's a big advantage to that, but there's also, do we want to have a lot of people in more endeavors? Do we want to just buckle down and focus on just a few people? Again, I'm going to give no advice on this one. I'm going to let you make the decision unless other people have...
I say survival of the fittest.
Sonia says without mercy.
Yeah, that's... Well, and she's a player. Does anyone else want to comment on that who's not actually playing?
Yeah, we'll give you guys a minute on that one because this is a big one. And I got to go to this intimacy event real quick, and I have to put...
Yeah, because with the intimacy events, people can die.
People can die.
Yeah, and I've seen it
Quite often.
The woman dies, and the man just can't take it.
Yep, we rolled we never rolled the 1. We always rolled the 2 because we rolled the 1. We would have got the secondary one, which is interesting. I haven't even read it because I don't want to know what it is. But yeah, the ones where it's like, oh, my wife and child died, so I walk off into the wilderness, and it's like, oh, so we lost 2 population from that one roll.
Well, and then the other one was wife and child, or what is your wife and child die? You take 1 wound, and he rolled the brain.
Yeah, you roll on the table. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, dead.
Yep, and instant death. Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway, doesn't seem like anyone else is commenting on that.
So it looks like it's going to be without mercy. Oh my God!
Survival of the
our kids
fittest.
without mercy. Oh my Lord! No.
+1 survival limit. And all newborn. So does that mean these newborn survivors get plus one strength?
Yeah, all current survivors.
Oh, current
And newborn survivors.
Oh, okay.
So that means Lucy is now strength and evasion. So she's got accuracy, strength, and evasion.
Urza has accuracy, strength, evasion, and luck.
Yeah.
Ooh, Urza's going to be a wicked one.
And now we have strength and evasion on Alistair as well.
And has strength and evasion as well.
Yes. So from now on, so this is now a principal. So
that means that Urza is hitting.
And we're not quite done
because fours if it's in the back, right? If she goes in the back, it's 4.
Yes. And we're not quite done. We're not quite done because we chose that. So now something else happens.
Oh my.
Yes. Let us see what happens. Okay. The settlement gains a new life, survival of the fittest. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. After adding the card of the settlement, roll 1d10. I would like you to roll it, as it was invariably your and Sonia's choice.
A 5.
The settlement celebrates with a rowdy party, filled with tests of strength and triumphant roaring. The parents each gain +1 permanent strength and +2 insanity. They must skip the next hunt to recover.
Let's go ahead and get those cards out for them.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make actual things for them. I'm going to erase Zachary. These things don't grow on trees. Paper doesn't grow on trees.
Right.
So I'm going to erase Zachary's thing and we'll reuse that at some point.
Okay.
But for right now, we have...
Give me Joe. I'll
give you Joe. And
Joe or Jocelyn. Okay. Joe.
So she has 2 permanent strength and an evasion, and she has 2 insanity.
The same thing with Joe, right?
The same thing with Joe.
Is that including the +1 that they got?
Yes, that's including the +1.
Okay, and insanity 2.
And remember, they also gain 1 understanding. Because while we have survival of the fittest, we still take care of our dead. I'm liking our little civilization here. And since we named them, they both get 1 survival as well.
I think we should take either Joe or Jocelyn on the next hunt.
They can't.
Oh, that's right. They can't.
Yep, they have to
take care.
They have to. Well, they have to recover from the partying.
They have partying and from the sex and the
yes, and everything else from all the titties and partying. So we have Inner Lantern, we have Symposium, and we have Language as our innovations. 2 more innovations, and we get to another thing. We can go ahead and have 2 people try to eat this. I mean, worst case scenario, nothing really happens here. We may as well just do it.
Yeah.
So I'll have Lucy do 1. Who do you want to have do 1? Do you want to have or do you want to have Urza?
I will have do it.
Okay.
Because Urza's too, pretty.
Yeah. I'm going to have Lucy go. Let's try for Lucy. No, because if I roll 1 through 3, they have to skip the next hunt.
Yeah, I don't mind so much if skips the next hunt.
Well, we need them.
We do?
Because we remember, Jocelyn and Joe were skipping.
But we have Alistair.
Alistair replaces Zachary, who's dead.
Oh, that's right. So should we have 2 new ones then?
I mean, we may as well have 2 new people. So let's name 2 new people.
Do we have any name suggestions yet?
Do we have any other name suggestions? You know Jocelyn and Joe.
Yeah, so far no one's commented on the chat, but we're waiting.
I will name a male. Vince. No. We're going to have 2 females this time. So the 2 females that I'm going to name one Dionyse.
Dionyse.
And the next one I'm going to name Artemis.
Artemis. That's not a female name.
Yes, it is.
Whatever.
The Greek god Artemis.
Oh.
Goddess of the hunt.
Maybe that is.
Yeah. Just because Artemis Fowl is a guy doesn't mean that, Okay, so Artemis. And you want to roll for the other one, Dionyse?
Yeah.
So Artemis. Artemis rolls a 3. Artemis has +5 in survival.
And an 8.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. So Artemis has +5 survival. Oh yeah, Jocelyn, I need to note down, actually has 2 survival, not 1. but she cannot go on this hunt. So that's going to end that.
Those guys are going to be very useful on the hunt.
Yes, they are. That +5 survival is going to be very nice. Okay, so now we have to decide really quickly on our gear because this has already gone about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we have 4 bones.
We need 2 more weapons.
Okay, so we have
Because we use those.
So the Caterium requires lion claws, which we have, and requires hide. I don't want to use the hide right now for anything except for armor because we desperately need the armor. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Especially at least one headband because we have one chest. So if we mix those 2 together, somebody can be very, very evasive. Yeah. So whoever the tank is, basically, we'll have them be evasive. This one can also have... Oh, the King's Spear. I would like Alistair to get the King's Spear.
I agree.
Okay, so...
Alistair, the one who founded this settlement.
So we are definitely going to get the King's Spear. The reason I want him to get the King's Spear, besides the fact that his model has a spear, so that just makes it even cooler. But I need to move the Caterium. I don't know why I have it back here so far. But the King's Spear can be used from 2 spaces away.
Ooh.
Yes. So you don't have to be adjacent in order to use it. That is one weapon. We now have 2 other weapons that we can make. Do we have anything else from the Caterium that would be good? Let's see. We couldn't make another one. We can't make the Beast Catar because of that. We don't have the Elder Knife. We don't have the Sinew, sadly, so we can't make the Bow, which would have been great. So let's look at the Bonesmith. So the Bonesmith, I would say... Okay, my thing would be the Bone Darts and the Bone Blade are very easy to make. We could either do that or a Bone Dagger.
If we want to have at least one ranged person, then we should do the Bone Darts.
Yeah. The Bone Dagger does use 3 dice, hitting on 7s, but it's only 1 strength. The Bone Blade is 2 strength, hitting on 6s, but 2 dice. And then the Bone Darts is only 1 die, but it's 3 strength, which for us is 4 strength, or 5 strength for a couple of us. So what do you think? I'll let you make that choice.
I think that Bone Dart sounds pretty nice.
So we'll make 1 Bone Darts, and then we should have probably another melee weapon, right? Do we want someone to have the dagger, or do we just want someone to have another Bone Blade?
I think the dagger might be a good idea.
I like the idea of the dagger. I like that idea. Because, I mean, the Bone Club is really good, but it takes 3 bones, and we need more weapons. We need to be able to outfit everybody.
Now we need...
So that's those gone.
Yeah, and let's hear. We didn't get any fur, so we couldn't really...
Well, we got 2 hide, so we can make 2 hide pieces. We definitely need to make the red hide headband. Maybe even a 2nd rawhide headband.
Yeah.
Just because we only have 1 box on the head.
Yeah, I think 2 of them.
Okay, so 2 rawhide headbands.
Yeah.
2 rawhide headbands. It is.
So we got 3 head items.
Yes, we have 3 head items. We're going to want to combine the rawhide headband and the chest on somebody, simply for the fact that it gives you a bonus to evasion.
Well, there you go. It's like he'll just get that.
Okay, and then we do have the organ grinder, which is very nice because we have 2 organs. We could make monster grease. Which monster grease gives us +1 evasion. Just right out, +1 evasion. Making it much, much harder for us to be hit.
I think definitely, yeah. Plus, that does sound very useful.
So you think...
what does Lucky Charm do?
Lucky Charm gives you +1 to luck. So, which is nice.
Great chance.
But I do believe, let me double check.
We're kind of light on the armor.
You need 2 blues in order to activate that +1 luck.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the monster grease, since we're kind of low on the armor anyway, I think that's the idea.
So 2 monster greases?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 monster greases. That means this hide, and sorry, we can only have one monster grease because we only have the testicles.
Yeah.
So it's one monster grease. So you can go to put those back.
So we turned the testicles into grease that we're going to be spreading all over ourselves.
Yes, to make us much harder to hit. Don't think about it too hard.
I'll try not to.
Okay, so now we know we've developed everything. Probably the longest part of the entire episode is always a develop phase, and that's all right. We are now going to prepare our departing survivors. So our departing survivors this time, we're basically just going to be erasing Zachary, and we're going to be adding Alistair in, because at this point, we can't really take anybody else that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
And hey, this will get us some more weapon proficiency and stuff like that. So Lucy will probably take the dagger.
Do you want to take or do you want to take Alistair?
We are taking both.
No, I meant do you like over on that side?
Oh, I'll take since Alistair was kind of like your dude.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay,
So yeah, Alistair is going to have the rawhide headband and the rawhide vest and the bone axe. Do you
No. Give me the axe. You take the spear.
Oh yes, that's right. And do you want someone else to take the cloth armor?
No. That's the cloth waist. We're going to be missing one of those, sadly. We only have 3 cloth waistbands.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you want that over there?
Actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and put it on somebody else since you got some other armor. I'm going to put... I think he's fine with that. Oh, or we'll put it on her.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll put it on Urza. We'll give Urza the headband.
Okay.
We'll give Lucy the dagger.
And the monster grease.
Since
she's hard to hit, or easy to hit.
Yeah, and then the bone darts. So do we want to give the bone darts to Lucy as well, just so she can run around and try to have a harder hit than the dagger? Or... because someone's going to be a ranged person this time.
With 3, I guess someone with less accuracy may not be a bad idea. So maybe you. Well, he's.
Well, Lucy hitting. With the reason I want to give him to Lucy is she'd be hitting on a 6 instead of a 7.
Okay, yeah.
And that would be Urza as well too, right? Urza's also a. So it'd be either Lucy or Urza. And Lucy would pick daggers as her weapon proficiency.
Yeah, I think so. Be gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, give it to Lucy. Lucy's gonna be like a little rogue over there.
Yeah, she's gonna be our rogue.
Oh wait, we do have comments though. The titties party now testicles.
Yes. There's lots of testicles apparently. So
by the way, just if anyone had any questions. Let me just pop up that content warning.
Real quick. So we've prepared. We know what we're going to be taking with them. We'll take pictures of this because we won't be playing for a week. But what are we going to hunt? So we have the Screaming Antelope, which would be a brand new hunt, or we could go after the White Lion again and try to get more gear. So are we going to go after the devil we know or the devil we don't?
Well, the antelope's not going to go away, right?
No, the antelope is now huntable.
Okay. Just want to make sure that this is not like either you hunt it now or you don't.
No. Next time we will have the Gorm will be happening, which is going to mean that we will always have the Gorm Climate event on top of everything else, which is going to start to get... That can start to weigh us down.
Yeah, so I think we want some more gear. I think definitely going after the lion again would be a good idea.
For metagaming purposes, the antelope is incredibly easy if you have a couple of ranged weapons, a couple of bows, because it's much harder when you only have melee weapons, as it's so fast it moves around the board so much more than even the lion does.
Yeah, well, we only have one ranged weapon. So.
Yeah, and I would like to try to get a bow for somebody. Maybe it looks like this guy over here is going to have an axe. And she's going to have daggers and a sword and probably a spear for Alistair.
Yes, so kind of range, sort of. Not really.
But I mean, you can be 2 spaces away. So, looking like White Lion.
Yeah, I think so.
Choice? Okay,
yeah.
So if anybody has a comment on why we shouldn't go after the White Lion, we should go after the Antelope, let us know. But we will be adding the Gorm. So next week, or at the week after next, we will actually have the what's called
The Gorm event.
the Gorm event. Yeah. No. Next week we'll have the Gorm event. When we get back to the settlement, we will have the Gorm event next week.
Okay.
And then we will be starting Lantern Year 3 when we do that. So I think that's going to go ahead and do it for our first full video of this. I think it went pretty well. Zachary died, which kind of sucked. Which also means that we can never use that figure again. But the good news is now that we at least have a little bit of gear, I'm going to pull out the 10th anniversary survivors.
Let me see the victory, because I'm going to put that over here so everyone can...
So he is now...
Yeah,
he is now dead, sadly.
Bum, 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 bum.
Goodbye, Zachary. We hardly knew you.
But that does mean that his now 10th anniversary survivor mini is available still to use because it's only 1-to-1.
Oh, okay.
So we will be picking this up next week. I'll try to get my sound cues a little bit better for the music and stuff like that. I think we've been doing pretty okay with the production value. Pretty good, especially for live stream. We still do have some characters. On my last Instagram post on Davis Tiles and Terrain, I did post up 4 pictures of various survivors for y'all to vote for names on, or even if it's not voting, at this point, the coolest names for me are going to get it. I only checked that post. I'm going to be checking that post probably at the end of the week, and then we'll decide. Because it looks like Jocelyn and some of the others will be using those minis, and we might need those minis for going forward. Especially because Lantern Year 3 is going to be very interesting on who we decide to hunt. Because I think now that we've done the white line this will be technically our 3rd hunt of the white line, including the initial hunt. I think after this we'll be switching off to different hunts.
Probably.
So the antelope or the gorm. Alrighty. So what do you think of the game so far?
Well, it's certainly entertaining. It's tough in the beginning because don't have very many weapons, but I think that now that we have more weapons, it gives me a bit of a satisfaction to know that we've progressed. We've done something.
Yeah. It doesn't go by leaps and bounds. It's like inches and feet, but
which is okay.
Yeah, which it is going to be 30 episodes of this. So if it was leaps and bounds, it'd probably get very old very quickly. But yeah, I think I'm happy that we're finally able to play this out. I'm glad I picked up the knockdown tokens. Not sure about the tall grass. I think the grass actually takes up too much of those minis. I may have to get some different tall grass minis. We'll have to see. But I think that's going to go ahead and do it.
Any more comments from anybody?
That scene causes an echo. I don't know what scene causes an echo.
Oh, I know why that scene causes an echo. And actually, if you just hold on for a moment,
I will fix it. You know what? I can't fix it.
I apologize. Okay. Oh, we'll just go back to that.
Okay.
I'll fix it later.
All right, so we'll fix that later. Well, I hope the echo is not too bad during the video for that. We'll have to check that next time because I don't know why we have an echo on that one. So we will have that fixed for next week. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Make sure you get with us Wednesday night for episode number 53 of the Guns of Varol for our Wednesday night D&D. Good night, everybody.
Good night.